everyone, welcome back. Being a Fine Figure here, and today we are going to be taking a look at another Mcfarlane's Collector's Edition figure, and it is Adam Strange, who is strange to me, no pun intended, in my childhood growing up, but it's a character that's been around since the 1950s, late 1950, 1958, 1959, around that era. So I'm not too familiar with him, obviously, because, you know, the core for me was Superman, you know, and all that good superhero stuff. So he was not part of, you know, my childhood per se growing up. So I had no idea that he even existed until, you know, Mcfarlane decided to put him into figure form. Did a little digging, you know, turns out that, you know, how far back he's been created, and he's been around. The character itself has been around for a long, long time. So anyway, not going to dwell too much on it because obviously I don't know anything about him. Just a little bit of a quick read, you know, a little Wikipedia, if you may say, that I kind of, you know, picked up on him, how he was created, how he came about, and stuff like that, and what he does. He's just a normal human being with some enhancements, you know, suits and ray guns and, you know, able to breathe and stuff like that. But I got it mainly because he looks really cool. He looks really good, and he kind of reminds me of the Rocketeer, which is something that I remember. You know, they did a movie back when I was a kid. So, you know, he kind of reminds me of that character. So anyway, without further ado, as we do here on the channel, I am going to get this figure out of the box, and I will be right back. All right, now that the figure is out of the box, we will quickly go over the accessories. And of course, they're all the Mcfarlane's Collector's Edition, DC Multiverse, DC Direct, all come with a stand. Sometimes, once in a while, the figure will come with a flight stand, which I think we should have got a flight stand with this one because, you know, he does have the rocket pack or the jet pack. So it would have been nice to get a nice stand, flight stand. Fortunately for me, I got tons of them, mainly from all the Mcfarlanes that I've accumulated over the years. So I've got plenty. I have like a box full of them. So I don't have an issue there. I do like the nice stand with the logo on it. They also do come in handy. He does come with an extra set of hands, obviously some trigger fingers, which, yeah, they should have just given him one. But we get double trigger finger, and he has only one beam or ray gun. Speaking of which, it's got that nice, just all one detail. I like the sculpt of it. I wish they would have put some details on it, a little color here and there. It would have been nice. It looks like one of those ready-to-make kits where everything is all one color and then you have to paint it as you go. Who knows? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe give it a little detail there on the top there, maybe on the handle, on the bottom here. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? And also, I forgot, like I normally do, he also comes with his nice Collector's Edition trading card or data file card. You know, call it what you will. Again, I never have any use for these, so I ended up either selling them or getting rid of them or giving them out. Either or, but it's got a little bio there on Adam Strange himself. That's interesting. He worked with Justice League. Now, I know this character from my little reading. He was on the Krypton show. So now I'm going to have to go back and watch it again and rewatch it. Because I only skimmed through it. I haven't really seen the whole thing. And see how they portrayed him in that series. And of course, he does come with alternate face plates. You see here, he's got the screaming head, which pretty much all a face. I mean, pretty much all the Mcfarlane's Collector's Edition, I think they come with the same face. I mean, the same screaming face, like all of them. So far, all of them have come with the, except for obviously the Power Girl, which, you know, the women and the thing. But and then he's got the masked version here, I guess when he's through space. But I thought he had one of those golden sphere type helmets when he's in space. So it would have been a nice addition to this here. And then of course he's got the serious face there, or the smirk face. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I'm gonna have to put it together with the one on it, see which one's the actual. Yeah, I don't know, who knows. They all look the same. And then, of course, onto the figure itself. And he, of course, has a little smiley face. So that one's actually the serious face. Thought it would be more of a smirk, but it's not. It's a serious face. So he's got... Now, I did have to pose him in this, like, fighting stance type thing. Because of the jetpack, he does get heavy. So he does tend to fall. So I have to, pretty much balance him out with his feet to make sure. But the figure itself looks nice. Same body sculpt that we've already come to see, the Blue Beetle, which is also, it's a pretty good one. I actually enjoy this sculpt. This is a good sculpt for figures like this, Robins and Batmans and, all those lesser characters, because it works for it. It works for it, and they've done a good job with this. Again, this is one of the face plates on it. It's got the smirk, smiley face on it. There goes the smirk there. Now, I wish they would have had that little sphere, glass dome helmet type thing. It would have been nice like we get here. It would have been a great addition to it. As you can see, he's got it right there. It would have been nice. Oh, this is his helmet for breathing out. But they gave us this, so this will do. I guess it'll work. But the figure itself looks really good. I mean, it looks really cool. This is a nice looking. And again, it kind of reminds me. I know the Rocketeer had that metal helmet on stuff, looked like a bucket and stuff, but this looks really good. They did really good job on the details. Look at that, the head sculpt. It's got that little crest there. It's got the little emblem there. It's like a little star there with little wings. It's got the stars on the neck, like that. The details on that collar there. Then you got the strap with the jetpack. And look at that. It has the little rivets on it. It's actually very nice. Nice detail there. I wish we could have got some effects. Same effects that they did for, I would have taken the one for Batwing. Those would have been cool. That would have been nice. And then the details on it. It's got the two tones, the two colors on it. It's got the nice yellow. And they actually got the wrist right. But the plastic there, as you can see, is a little lighter. So it kind of is obviously, it doesn't quite blend in, even from far away. And then you got that nice belt there. They did a good job as far as keeping it within the lines. Got the nice attached holster there for his beam gun. And of course, they took the cheap way out on the leg. Instead of giving us a little molded piece, would have been nice to make it look like it's one piece. They just decided to paint a line over it. So, I mean, from far away, it looks all right. I wish it would have been molded. It would look really good with all this molded stuff over it. And then, of course, the legs, everything is just basic, but it's a nice yellow color. It's almost like the Flash color. But the figure itself, man, looks really good. Let's put in that little the screaming one. The screaming one's usually that little tongue there. Always get a kick of that. But yeah, there he is. He looks like he's got a little side view. Is he screaming to the side? Yeah, he is. It sort of seemed like, let me see. Yeah, he seems like he's looking to the sides, like a little slight, side-eyed view. It's like he's looking. Let me put it as straight as I can. Yeah, it kind of looks like he's looking to the side. Oh, something like that. Thought Mcfarlane did away with that. Oh, didn't realize that the it's not an attached piece, so you can move it around. That's the collar. They should have done with that. So I did that. Where are the other pieces? Nope. Let's try that mask piece and see how he looks with the mask piece. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, they gave it the same tone as the side red here, the little highlights on the inside. So I guess makes the whole uniform make sense, I guess, because the helmet. I'm not a huge fan of it. I prefer, I guess, for him to go with the just the regular face sculpt. So I'll put him on that. And then here's the serious face. Yeah, I like that smirk look on his face is much better. And some over the eye there. I guess a little paint over it, so I like that. Nah, just that one. As you can see, it has like a little smudge there of plastic, I guess. I don't know what that is. But again, this is a nice looking figure. Again, I'm not too familiar with it. I might have to go back and maybe do a little bit more reading. Let me see. Yeah, that screaming side-eye face. I like that smirk face on it better. Yeah, this one looks, I think this one's the best looking face on it. But yeah, I mean, he's pretty cool. He looks neat. He looks, it's simple. It's like one of those, fantasy, comic books from that time. spaceman, you know, everything was always spaceman. Little ray gun there, little beam gun. Its holster's way bigger than the gun itself, so pretty much it's for show. So definitely, it's not gonna stay on there if you move it around, or if you drop it or something. It's obviously gonna come out. I mean, it's just a really big holster there. I wish they would have been a little bit smaller so it could be a lot tighter in there. But again, I picked it up. I didn't pre-order it. I didn't go around, you know. I just saw it up close, and I thought it was cool. I thought it was a nice looking figure, so I just definitely had to pick it up. But yeah, I'm gonna sculpt this up on a nice flight stand there. Maybe look at some images of the Rocketeer and see if I can pose them up. I wish that the head sculpt will go back. You're not going to get much movement on the head because of, first of all, the collar there, and because of that back piece there. So you're not going to get much movement in that if you want him to look like he's flying, which is a shame. I wish we can get, I don't know if they can figure that out. But again, this is the Beetle Batman sculpt that they've been using. So you get all the nice articulation, and you get the nice crunch there, forward, backwards. So it doesn't really hinder the back. You don't get much to the front, but you're probably not going to need it anyway. And then you get the nice pulses back and forth, and the double jointed pins. And then, of course, the rivets and the ankle pivot and articulations. And yeah, so you're going to have all the necessary articulation for your photos. Again, let's see how the gun falls into, because it just seems to be a little bit tad small. Maybe just the holster might be a little bit too big. Let's see how that looks. Kind of look weird. Those hands look weird on that real skinny wrist. There, a little better. Let's see how this would look in here. Damn. Let's see if I can. There we go. Yeah, it seems to be a little bit, I guess, a little bit too small. I think it could have been just a smidge bigger. It would have been cool. But yeah, it'll do. Again, it's a nice looking character. I'm glad I picked it up. It's something different for the, you know, among all the superheroes on the shelf, on the other shelves. It's gonna look good. So, but yeah, I'm glad I picked it up. And you know, if you get the chance to it, I don't know about the full price, but I don't know, just pick it up if you see it on sale or something. It's worth a pick. It's worth a pickup. It's I don't know, one of those unknown deep cut characters from Mcfarlane, on his way out. You know, hope he would give us a few more before his deal's up. So anyway, there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is a pretty good figure, so I do suggest picking it up. It looks very cool. And as always, thank you for your support. Thank you for reaching 1,000 subscribers. Like, I never thought that was happening. I was just happy with, but you guys responded, and I'm honored. Thank you for those of you out there who's always advocated and plugged my my page on your own channel yourselves. New York Bones, you know, there's a lot of people. Fuller, I mean, I can't thank you guys enough. And as always, guys, continue to support each other, continue to be a fine figure, and I will see you later.